Guys, Buzzsaw Gaming here, wanting to talk about my top 5 shooters for the Turbo Grafx 16. Over there, got my little retro gaming buddy and Turbo Grafx 16 enthusiast, Mr. Buzzsaw, hanging out on the original Turbo Grafx 16 right there. In the background, Azon is playing off of the Turbo Grafx 16 Mini right there. Now, Turbo Grafx 16 and its cousin in Japan, the PC Engine. I mean, this is the system for shooters. There's something about the architecture, something about the way the system was made, and the way games were developed for it. It just absolutely excels at shooters. There's over 100 shooters on this console, if you were to include the PC Engine library. Now they're spread out amongst Turbo Grafx 16, PC Engine, Turbo Grafx CD. You need different system cards, a regular system card, a super system card. You've got Turbo Duos. I mean, you got a lot of different ways to play this, along with the Turbo Grafx 16 Mini right there. It's just an absolute phenomenon as far as shooters. And I thought I'd dive into this. I know it's a little bit complicated and a convoluted subject as far as shooters with Turbo Grafx 16, but we're going to give it a shot. Anyways, there's my original Turbo Grafx 16, my Turbo Tap controller. You got the Turbo Stick right there. Got some Turbo Grafx 16 titles back there. And got my Turbo Grafx 16 Mini, which if you watched my my mashup on the best consoles, best mini consoles, you'll know that my Turbo Grafx 16, that's my favorite one. I ordered on Amazon Japan before it came out in the US to make sure I could get it. It was a little bit complicated to get, but I did get one. It showed up in the mail. Super excited, absolutely love it. Now, as far as Turbo Grafx 16 and shooters, I mean, like I mentioned before, there's over 100 titles. There's a lot of really good games, a lot of awesome games. Now, what I'm sharing here today is only 5, but I do have honorable mentions. So I do have actually 6 honorable mentions. I know it's kind of ridiculous. It's quite a few. Usually I only have 1 honorable mention, but this time there's just so many great games, and there's just such a plethora of shooters on the Turbo Grafx 16 that I couldn't really narrow it down that much. And my physical copies, you know, I have a small library as far as Turbo Grafx 16. It's just, you know, due to cost constraints, and also it's extremely difficult to get, you know, the different titles for the CD, for this, for that. It makes it quite complicated, so I just have a simple HuCard set. I don't have, you know, a ton of games, but what I do, I will show. But first, I'll start with honorable mentions, which Lords of Thunder and Gate of Thunder, these two right here. Now, Lord of Thunder is available on the Turbo Grafx 16 Mini. Now, what makes this amazing is that I remember back in the day when it came out, it was pushed hard. It was kind of the last hurrah for Turbo Grafx 16. I remember being pushed really hard. I remember I got the VHS DVD promo for Turbo Grafx 16, and it prominently, you know, showed Lords of Thunder. And what's so cool about Lords of Thunder and Gate of Thunder is just the music. I mean, it's this hard rock, heavy metal soundtrack. The graphics are so cool. It's just something you just didn't see. So that's definitely, you know, up there amongst the best, I would say, shooters for the system. Luckily, the Turbo Grafx 16 Mini does have Lord of Thunder. I don't know why it doesn't have Gates of Thunder, but it does have Lords of Thunder. Another honorable mention, a couple more here. Soldier Blade and Superstar Soldier. Now, the Soldier series. I mean, these are amazing as well. They're just classic shooters, absolutely fun. You know, you're overpowered a bit in the beginning to kind of get you into it. It's so much fun. Absolutely love those games. They kind of remind me a little bit of Blazing Lasers. Very cool games. You know, obviously, like everything else with Turbo Grafx 16, You know, unfortunately, it's rather expensive. Next, Psychosis. Psychosis is also available. Oh, I should mention Soldier Blade and Superstar Soldier are also available on the Turbo Grafx 16 Mini. So that's how I play them as well. I don't have the physical on those. So luckily the Mini, I can play that. The next is Psychosis. Psychosis is also available on the Turbo Grafx 16 Mini. One of the best shooters again for the Turbo Grafx 16. It is an extremely difficult game. It's a one-shot kill. So it does take a while to get used to the enemy patterns and play the game, but it's just really creepy. You know, it's got that Turbo Grafx 16 vibe to it. It's got this dark vibe, this kind of gruesomeness. You know, it's got parts in it where it's where the game is like tearing up, kind of. It's very unusual the way it is. When it starts out, I mean, the TV is just you know, blanked out basically. So Psychosis, very cool, interesting, you know, shooter. One of the best, I would say, as well for Turbo Grafx 16. And then my final honorable mention is Forgotten Worlds. Now this is really cool too. I know this came out on Sega Genesis as well, but to be honest, the Turbo Grafx 16 version just blew it out of the water. It's better graphics, better gameplay, I would say. Really fun. Forgotten Worlds, the guy gets to move around in different angles, so it's a different spin on the traditional shooter. So anyways, those are my 6 honorable mentions as far as my top 5 for Turbo Grafx 16 best shooters. Now when I go down to my number 5 pick right here of my physical library is Dragon Spirit. Absolutely love it. I love dragon themed games. I mean, you can see why. Kind of looks like Mr. Buzzsaw. Put a couple wings on him and he's there. Anyways, this is fun because it's dragon themed. You can power up your dragon. You get more heads basically. You know, 2-headed dragon, 3-headed dragon. Becomes super powerful. It's lots of fun. I really like it. It's you know, it's not that expensive of a game either. It's pure Turbo Grafx 16 fun. Look at that great box art right there. Absolutely love it. Dragon Spirit, I would say it's among the better shooters for Turbo Grafx 16. Number 4, Raiden. The original right there. Look at that gorgeous box art right there. Isn't that great? Now, Raiden was ported to a lot of different consoles. A ton. Even Atari Jaguar has a decent port of Raiden as well. Now this game is just a lot of fun. It's just a traditional shooter. You know, it's nothing like, nothing crazy like, you know, Lords of Thunder or something like that, but it's a lot of fun. Absolutely love it. And I think the Turbo Grafx 16 version is probably the best of Raiden. So I absolutely love playing it. So much fun, you know, absolutely great, absolutely wonderful. And if you noticed, I mean, as far as my passions, it's Turbo Grafx 16 and Atari Jaguar, so this is the one game that they both share in common. As strange as that is. Number 3, ArtType. The original ArtType. Now we got lucky over the folks in Japan because PC Engine back there got ArtType on 2 hue cards. Half of the levels on one card, half the levels on the other. They managed to cram it all into one hue card for us. ArtType, a true classic. I mean, just weird, just alien themes, just, you know, robotic things on the ground. I mean, just an awesome shooter. Absolutely love it. It's just pure for me. It's just, you know, pure Turbo Grafx 16. It's a lot of fun. It's just an absolutely great game. I have, you know, one of the best, I would say, again, ArtType. And the one, especially the one on Turbo Grafx 16, I would say is probably the best way to play it. Absolutely love it. Number 2, right there, Azon. I mean, I absolutely love Azon. I mean, you know, the Bonk franchise is absolutely fantastic. This is Azon, so this is his futuristic relative in the future. I mean, this is just a ridiculous game. It's one of the most ridiculous, one of the most beautiful games. Just the graphics, the cartoony graphics. It's just so much fun. I mean, he eventually gets, you you know, as you're flying through, he gets like a missile sidekick. You turn into a missile. You get power-ups where you can get bigger, get smaller. I mean, you can get, you know, really tiny and avoid all the missiles being shot at you. So I just absolutely love the art style of this, you know, Azon. It's absolutely beautiful. It's pure Turbo Grafx 16. Just absolutely love it. So that's my number 2 pick as the second best shooter on the Turbo Grafx 16. Absolutely love it. Now number 1, right here. Blazing Lasers. This is the ultimate, I think, for Turbo Grafx 16. Such a fun game, absolutely love it. It reminds me a lot of Soldier Blade and Superstar Soldier. You know, you're overpowered in the beginning, it's a lot of fun. Absolutely love it. I mean, just an awesome traditional shooter, so much fun. You know, like I could just go on and on about shooters for Turbo Grafx 16. So much fun. But anyways, let me know down below, what are your top shooters for Turbo Grafx 16? What do you like? Did I miss some? Along with these top 5, along with the 6 honorable mentions, I think I covered a lot of them, a lot of ground, those 11 out of the 100 plus games, shooter games that Turbo Grafx 16 and PC Engine have in combination. I think I covered a lot of it. But yeah, give me your comments. You know, please like and subscribe and share. You know, Mr. Buzzsaw over there, he loves making these videos, having a nice time. So anyways, Mr. Buzzsaw right over there, signing out. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.